Alright, I got asked in the comments a pretty reasonable question yesterday. Now that I've been on Disney, Princess, and Celebrity in a kind of compressed period of time, how does Princess and Celebrity, how does the ship compare to the Disney ship, and how does the service compare? And that's a great question. Let's compare those three cruise lines, Disney, Princess, Celebrity, just on the ships that I've been on. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Lido, Loca. I'm your host, Tony, and here with a little bit of a special show, a comparison show. Now today I am in Costa Maya, Mexico. I am still on the Celebrity Apex, and you know what I realized about the Celebrity Apex? It is my 25th cruise. Just started cruising in 2017, in April of 2017, and then we had the shutdown, and so I've been able to squeeze in 25 cruises in that condensed period of time. Someday I hope to hit 100 cruises. This is my goal, to hit 100 cruises. But this is a weird one for me because we've been cruising. We did a side-by-side. We were on the Sky Princess last week. We spent a few hours off the cruise ship, and then we embarked on the Celebrity Apex. And so I've been cruising for 13 days, which is the longest continuous cruising I've ever done. And so I'm still wrapping my head around that. But I don't want to get too distracted. I want to talk specifically about the question. The question was, now that I've been on Disney, and then shortly after Princess, and now on Celebrity, how do the Princess and the Celebrity ships compare to the Disney ship, and how does the service compare? I'm going to go into a whole deeper thing than that also. But first, let's answer those questions. How do the ships compare? Well, unfortunately, Celebrity and Princess, they've got a leg up on the Disney ship because the Disney ship that I was on was built in the last century. It was built in the last millennium. It was built in the 1900s. You know what other famous luxury ocean liner was built in the 1900s? That's right, Titanic. Not the one that you saw with Leo DiCaprio. So, unfortunately, it's hard for Disney to compete. The Disney ship was super nice for sure, but man, the Sky Princess built just a couple years ago, the Apex built just a couple years ago, some of the nicest hardware, whatever you want to call it, from decor to just ship design to beautiful. There's no two ways around it. The Celebrity Apex, the Sky Princess, really nicer cruise ships than the Disney Magic. The Disney Magic was a wonderful cruise ship, well kept up, super clean. You could tell where they'd been modernizing features, that kind of thing. But honestly, just from a time perspective, it's hard to compete with brand new cruise ships, with 20-plus-year-old cruise ships. So yeah, got to give the hardware, the ship hardware, to the Princess and the Celebrity ship over Disney. Now let's talk service. I certainly had great service on the Disney cruise ship, except for this one experience. And I'm hesitant to share this one experience because it sounds a little trite. I'm really not trying to let it bother me, and for some reason this bothered me. Probably will not bother anybody else. But our dining room attendants, they were great, but they didn't like us as much as they liked other customers. Or at least one other set of customers, shall I say. Case in point, one night in the dining room, the lead waiter was taking my dinner order, and then a couple came in, and mid taking my order, like, yes, I would like my steak, like, before I could get that out, he left me to go gush over this other table of customers. Now, I got no problem with him being more excited to see them than to see me, but it really rubbed me the wrong way that he left me mid-order to do that. Again, it's probably, that shouldn't bum me out, and you know, I'm working through that. I'm talking to my therapist, all that kind of thing. But I just thought that was odd. Like, in an area where everybody's supposed to be treated magically, where you're supposed to have a special experience, it was just weird that all of a sudden my service experience got interrupted so that the other people could get gushed over. It has nothing to do with me thinking I am somebody. Just imagine that, just an average person sitting in the dining room, all of a sudden somebody leaves you to go take care of somebody else. It was weird. It was weird to me. But the service overall was great on the Disney ship. Same thing on Princess. Service was outstanding except for one interaction, and it was our room steward. I don't know if we made that guy mad along the way, but he would not speak to us. And there was a time where I was in the cabin, clearly in the cabin, and I told the guy, hey, I'm going to be in the cabin for 5 minutes, and I will be out of your way so that you can clean. Yeah, I didn't interrupt him mid-clean or anything like that. I was in the restroom, and it was like 20 seconds after I told him I was going to be in the cabin for 5 minutes, he just comes in. And I'm like, hey man, I'm in the restroom, and he just like kind of made a noise and just kept doing stuff. And I'm like, I'm in the restroom. He never left the room, and like the door was slightly ajar, so I'm compromised, trying to pull the door closed. It was uncomfortable. I never had that same experience before, and for the rest of the week, he never spoke to us. So I don't know what we did to the guy, but we didn't complain. We don't really complain. I gave the guy a tip at the end of the thing, but it was weird. I just don't know what happened there. So it was odd. And now we're into day 5, day 6 of our cruise on the Celebrity Apex, and the service has been outstanding. So if I'm comparing all 3 services, they're all about the same. I feel like all 3 of these lines are premium lines. Disney certainly a premium line. Celebrity, Princess a premium line. I would not be able to say that one level of service has been any better than the other, and so that's all a push to me. That's all kind of, if somebody's saying who has the best service between the 3, I'm like, you're going to get the same service on any of those cruise lines: Disney, Princess, Celebrity. So Disney loses on the ships. Ooh, it's raining. Hold on. But just comparing those ships on the ship itself and the service doesn't seem fair, so let me give you some other points of comparison. Let's talk about the ship's entertainment. I will say it again, the production quality of the shows on the Disney cruise ship, on the Disney Magic, is the best I've ever seen at sea. From the animatronics to the indoor effects to the singing to the choreography to the dance to the costume to the theming, top notch. You can tell that there's a huge investment in entertainment. There were 2 big stage shows on the Disney cruise ship, and they were both amazing. The only challenge I had with them is they were based around kid themes. It was very kid focused. I didn't like it from a maturity perspective, but I have a ton of respect for the production value of those shows. Princess had a very good stage show, a very good production show, quite entertaining. Challenge with the production entertainment on Princess is they only had 1 show. We were on a 7-day cruise, and they only offered us 1 production show. They had the full staff. We saw them singing and dancing at the sail-away party, and we only got 1 production show. We did talk to the cruise director, and he said, look, they're learning another show. It's just all a matter of time. Fair enough. It's cruising right now, not holding that against. But if we're doing a comparison entertainment to entertainment, this is where we have to go. Here I am on the Celebrity Apex, and I've already experienced 2 fantastic production shows, high quality production shows, and they're not done. There is another high quality production show tonight. And so when it comes to my satisfaction from an entertainment perspective, I got to give it to Celebrity Apex. Celebrity Apex is killing it when it comes to entertainment. The shows are high quality, they're good, they've got a live band, the singers are on point, amazing dancers, and it's a variety of themes. The Tree of Life, really like a chill, introspective kind of connect to the broader humanity kind of show. The second show was rockumentary, playing some of our favorite classic music, and then tonight is something called Crystallized. I don't know what that is, but again, if it's anything like the other 2 shows, I'm gonna have to give it to Celebrity when it comes to big entertainment, theater entertainment. All 3 of the cruise ships had other entertainment, comedians, singers, stuff around the cruise ship. All that stuff, again, I'm gonna give that a push. That's about equal. And so when it comes to that secondary entertainment, nothing really pushing anything over the edge for any of the cruise lines. Let's talk about food, and again, this is going to be pretty subjective because everybody has their own different palates. I thought the food in the main dining rooms for Disney was adequate. It was good. Nothing knocked my socks off. I thought the rotational dining was really interesting. The next week we were on the group cruise on the Sky Princess. We ate in the main dining room every night. That food was really good, but nothing really, to write home about. And then the food that I've had on the Apex has been really good also. But what I really like about the Apex, we're going to take it to the buffet level. How about that? The buffet on Disney, fine. The buffet on Princess, always some great elevated elevated options, but the buffet here on the Apex is perfect for me. That's why I said it's very subjective, because they have a station where you can grill protein on demand. And so as somebody that's trying to watch what I consume, I've been able to go to that buffet and say, could you just grill me up a couple pieces of chicken? Could you just grill me up a couple pieces of fish? They had a lot of vegetables that weren't really covered with anything, sauces, that kind of stuff. And so I've been able to use that buffet to get some really kind of lean protein and some vegetables without really blowing all my Weight Watcher points. Again, it's subjective. I know not everybody is on that journey. And so when it comes to food, at least the way the food is laid out, I'm giving it to Celebrity. The quality of the food, again, it's hard between these cruise lines to pick one because they're all very good. Now, certainly there's a lot that could be said in this comparison video, but I've got one more, I'm gonna call it the X factor, that's really putting one of the cruise lines over the top, that I think has given me the best cruising experience out of the three. I'm gonna tell you all about that, but first, let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. You're helping us reach our goal. Man, we welcome to everybody that joined yesterday. Thank you for being a part of the dream. We're trying to get to 18 million subscribers, and we saw a few hundred more of you join yesterday. Welcome to the Loca fam. Much love to the Loca fam. Subscribe, notification bell. Doesn't cost anything. Thank you in advance. All right, what's the X factor? Now, when I said X factor, do you think I was going to choose Celebrity because they have an X as their... No, I'm not. The X factor is the Princess Medallion. It is the wearable technology. Being on Celebrity this week has opened my eyes quickly as to how much I miss that medallion experience on Princess. Simple things like I was wearing it on my wrist, so that meant anytime that I approached my door would open. I didn't have to go into my pockets to find my ship card. I didn't have to fumble. Anytime that I was at a location where I could get a drink, they would come up to me and ask me what I wanted, and because of the RFID in my medallion, they were able to identify me. I didn't have to tell them what my room number was. I didn't have to tell them what drink package that I had. They were able to do all that just by walking up to me and asking for a drink. Super convenient, and you don't really realize how convenient that is until you're in a different situation where every drink interaction, you're like, yes, this is my cabin number, this is the package that I have, that kind of thing. And simple things that we don't really think about, like room service anywhere. If you think about your room service experiences on cruise ships, beyond the Medallion and beyond some Carnival ships, you are tethered to your cabin for room service. You are tethered to your telephone in your cabin for room service. Not the case with Princess. You pull up the app, they've got the full room service menu, a pretty extensive room service menu, a pretty extensive kids menu. You can load up your cart with all the food and drink that you want. You can push a button and they will bring it to you. Most places on the cruise ship, like, you can't have it served to you in the main dining room or another restaurant, but you can be in the common areas, in the atrium, you can be up on the pool deck, you can be almost anywhere on the cruise ship, and they will track you down and bring you your room service food, and it's free for the most part. For most of the day, it is free, and it is amazing to just be able to be sitting somewhere with friends, and you're like, oh, I think I would like to have a fruit plate and a Diet Coke, and beep boop beep boop, and it comes there. Same thing with drinks, like just casually sitting around somewhere wanting a drink, you push a couple buttons, and the drink comes to you. It's pretty amazing. Now, there is a feature on there that you have to be careful of. There's a track you down feature, and I think it's on by default because you can track down anybody on the cruise ship unless you turn off Don't Track Me. And so there's a couple times where, like, our friend Don, who I'm glad to have, that he found us, he just came right to us. And so I think that's the feature you got to be careful with. Like, if you don't want strangers tracking you down, you might have to turn that off. But it's a super helpful feature when you're trying to find your shipmates. The internet was fabulous also. Any nerds out there, the internet on the Sky Princess was 20 megs up and 20 megs down. That is fan-freaking-tastic for a cruise ship. Most of the time, if you can get 2 or 3 up and 2 or 3 down, you're having a great day. It's certainly not that on this cruise. It was pretty fast. I never did a speed test on Disney, so to be fair, Disney was fast. It was just super expensive. Disney, you had to pay by the amount of data that you used. So on Princess, it was unlimited and it was fast, and part of that medallion setup. So to me, the medallion is the X factor. If I had to choose one of those 3 cruises to do again, it's tough. I like the Disney experience, But again, I believe that you have to be excited to pay for the mouse. You have to be excited to see the mouse. You have to have somebody that's excited about Disney with you. So for that reason, I would probably not cruise Disney again. And then choosing between Princess and Celebrity, it's tough. If they just have one more production show on Princess, that would put me over to Princess. Or if they had some of those medallion features on the Apex, I don't know. But hopefully that's enough information to give you some insight as to what's going on in these 3 cruise lines. Have you cruised Disney? Have you cruised Princess? Have you cruised Celebrity? Which is your favorite? Which one do you like the best? Leave a comment below. All right, I got to get in out of the rain's coming hard this way now, so I got to get in out of the rain. Thank you so much for checking out the show today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you do not hit the like button, the next time you're trying to do your job, you're going to be in a deluge. How about that? You're going to be in a rainstorm in your job. You may work outside anyways, so you won't have an umbrella. But this is Tony for Lido, Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.